Hello, I'm Jack, and this is my review for the Super Inc. Movie Club. This is an online video reviewing club that was set up by Amy McLean. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel in the description. And I decided to join because I've always wanted to be part of a film club and never had that much success. I tried joining my local movie club, and I was the only one there who was under the age of 30, maybe even 40, and yeah, and nobody even wanted to discuss films there. They just wanted to watch them, and so that was a bit disappointing. And I've decided to start doing video reviews, and around that time, I just realised that Amy was setting up this club, and I thought, oh, this is perfect timing. So the film that was chosen to be reviewed this month is Deadpool, and I'm so glad about that because I'm a big fan of the X-Men films. Yeah, I pretty much love all of them, with the exception of X-Men Origins Wolverine. And the biggest controversy regarding that film is the portrayal of Deadpool. Now, yes, for those of you who didn't know, this is not the first time Ryan Reynolds has played Deadpool. He played it in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and that was a terrible portrayal. Not his performance, the way the character was treated. He was barely in the film. He was only in it at the beginning. And then when he shows up later at the end, he has his mouth sewn up. Yeah, and I didn't even realise that was even supposed to be the same character when I first saw it. I didn't even think that even looked like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, it would not surprise me if that was a stand-in, because it just doesn't look like him at all. So yeah, when I first saw it, I thought, why is Ryan Reynolds so wasted in this film? Yeah, I didn't get it. Apparently he fought really hard for this role, and because he just loves this character so much, and yeah, and after the failure of X-Men Origins Wolverine, he fought really hard to get this film made. You know, he they shot a trailer that apparently went viral, and that's what got 20th Century Fox involved to make that film, because of how popular this trailer was. And I'm so grateful they took a chance on this, because it is a fantastic film, and you can see why 20th Century Fox were hesitant, because of all this because there's a lot of swearing, a lot of violence, and a lot of crude humor, and yeah, it's not something you expect from an X-Men in film. I mean, obviously it's working out now, because this film was a big success, and there's already talk of a sequel, or they are definitely making a sequel, and of course Logan. And, that also got the big rating for its violence and that. So yeah, they are. And I'm glad they are taking chances on this franchise, because because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now skyrocketed. But personally, I like the X-Men films more. I think they're a bit more personal to me, and I'm so glad they're still continuing these and trying to take more chances with them. And yeah, like I said, this film is fantastic. It's got a lot of it's very meta. It's got a lot of meta humor. I mean, when you watch the opening credits, it doesn't have like your typical opening credits at all. It lists out it stars a hero, it stars a pretty woman, it has a British bad guy, and and it's all done like pretty much in slow motion. Then you see like violence in this slow motion as these credits are rolling, and yeah, yeah, lots of rude hand gestures. There's I think someone was getting a wedgie as well. So you automatically know what type of film you're in for when the film starts. And what the premise is about? It's about Wade Wilson. He he's pretty much starting off this life with the woman he loves, and then he is diagnosed with cancer, and it's a rare type, and it's pretty much doctors tell him there's pretty much nothing that can be done, and then he meets these people who put him through this really torturous like experiment to help cure him. It's this experiment to bring out mutations because in the X-Men films, it's about it's just a film series about how through evolution people have got these mutations that gives them these superpowers, and this experiment brings out their inner mutation for those who aren't mutants, and through this very torturous experiment, he becomes horribly deformed. He has given the ability to heal, kind of like Wolverine's power, but yeah, he's terribly deformed. That's why he wears a mask throughout the majority of the film, and yeah, and he also has the ability to break the fourth wall, so he is fully aware that he is a fictional character, and he's constantly talking to the audience, and he's very well aware that he's in a film, and he makes a lot of references, especially regarding the X-Men films, out of humour. Like like there's hardly anyone from I don't think any actors from the previous X-Men films show up in it, and he says why, is it because of the budget of this film or something? And then they say, and then these characters say they're going to take him to Professor X, and he's like, oh, is it McAvoy or Stewart? I'm a bit confused, which is an obvious dig at the fact that X-Men's become very, very confusing now on its timelines, especially after Days of Future Past, where they reset a timeline to try and fix plot holes, and it ends up creating more plot holes. But yeah, that's how humorous it is. It's not. It's very, very meta. And it knows it is. And it's trying. That's why it's very hard to even consider it an X-Men film, really, because it's very difficult too. I mean, as I said, it makes a lot of references to X-Men, but but I said no actors really return except for Ryan Reynolds from X-Men Origins Wolverine. I mean, the character of Colossus is in this, but he's played by a completely different actor, and he's almost a completely different character as well. But at the same time, you have the X-Mansion, gifted school mutants logo, which is exactly the same as all the other X-Men films, and it looks like the same mansion. So you can either see this as part of the X-Men franchise, or you just see it as its own film. And then it works either way, really. And it has lots of references, even references to Hugh Jackman, because you can't really have an X-Men film at all without at least a Hugh Jackman reference. And like I said, Ryan Reynolds, he is fantastic in this film. Because he fought really hard to be Deadpool. That's why he was Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, despite the fact he was so wasted. Because he loved the character so much, he really wanted to play it, no matter how bad it was, and because he wanted that chance. And even after how badly that film did, he fought really hard for this film, and I very much appreciate that. And this is the role he was born to play. It's like Anthony Hopkins was born to play Hannibal Lecter, Sigourney Weaver, she was born to play Ellen Ripley, Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. And it's not just Ryan Reynolds who's great in this. Marina Baccarin, I'm a big fan of Firefly, and she's in this as Ryan Reynolds' love interest, and she's fantastic. And she did Firefly about 10 years ago, and she's not aged at all. She looks exactly the same. And there are some other actors as well. The guy who plays Colossus, I liked him more than the other guy who played Colossus in the other X-Men films. And I don't know who played this girl. I think she's the Megasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah, cool name, cool character. Yeah, loved her to bits. I don't know how old she was. She looked about 15, and she had this shaved head, and they even made a Sinead O'Connor joke at her. I guess the smallest problem I have with the film, it's not even really a problem, is that the story is it's not that memorable. The story is pretty generic, really, but that's okay. I mean, it's technically a superhero origin story anyway. You know, we had to set this universe, and there's definitely going to be a sequel, and I can't wait for that. But I did a blog where I was discussing all the X-Men films. I said in that review that I was not going to really talk about Deadpool because I thought that was a subject for another blog. But and while I still do intend to do a more in-depth review, written review, but because this opportunity for the film club came up, I decided to do this, and I think I'll talk more about Deadpool in my blog when Deadpool 2 comes out. Not because give it some time. So yeah, if you haven't seen Deadpool, get a watch. If you've got a weak stomach, if you don't like crude humour, if you don't like violence, this is definitely not the film for you. But if it doesn't bother you, and if you want to see a very very self-aware superhero film, yeah, this is the film for you. And even if you don't like X-Men, this is still the film for you as well, because you don't even need to watch the X-Men films to see this. You know, it is its own film, and yeah, I'd say take a chance on it, because I don't, because there was a time where films like took risks back in the day, and they don't seem to get made anymore. It's they just don't seem to take chances much in film anymore, and this film was a big chance, and it's one that paid off well, and yeah, please see this film to support more films taking risks like this, because we need those. Right, that's all I got to say. Thank you.